She said 1,000 people in 12 hours.
Yeah.
That's 1.4 men a minute.
Yeah.
For 12 full hours.
Yes.
I'm calling bull.
Yeah.
Imagine timekeeping that.
But that's what
and keeping the queue all in order. And so it's impossible. I'm attempting to become the fastest person to do a full Ironman distance triathlon in every continent. And so we're going to start South America, probably Rio, North America, Miami, Europe, London, Asia, India, probably, then Perth, Australia, Cape Town, Africa, and then Antarctica.
So Perth and Cape Town straight away, you need to be fast there because I imagine you'd be tasty.
Yeah.
But Perth and Cape Town, as far as sharks are concerned, you need to get going quick, man.
Might dress as a seal just for
man,
the
flipping heck. But
it's
that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Again, it's like.
Does that not freak you out? Because that's I love the idea of triathlons, but I just can't get beyond that fear of kind of like sharks and stuff like that. It just gives me the willies.
Yeah. No, I am concerned about animals. It's probably what I'm most concerned about. Leopard seals in Antarctica are actually a concern.
Yeah.
They're 500 kilos, by the way, and they swim like ballerinas. Like they're it's unreal.
Greg Davies is like that. Like he makes complete sense underwater, honestly. But seeing,
Davies
but
is
honestly,
like that.
mate, I remember me and him were in Melbourne, and Greg has grace on land, but when he's in water, it's extraordinary. He's so fast. He's a brilliant swimmer.
That's so funny.
Because I was like, "Come on, let's have a race, you and me," and he was like, boom.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, bang, bang.
That's
underwater.
unbelievable to get that mass as well through the water.
But also,
He's like a whale.
yeah, but honestly, but you should see him. It's just like,
It's
bang.
like just use that as a clip. Yeah,
Totally.
Greg Davies. He's like a whale.
He's like a wow.
What is the next brilliant thing?
You said you wanted to talk about pizza. Should we do that?
Oh yeah, pizza.
Let's do that.
God, are you a pizza fan? Or do you
Not really.
stay clear of it?
Yeah, I'm not really a cheese man or a pizza man, so kind of not really a bread guy.
There's too many bad pizzas in the world. Good pizza is phenomenal.
Isn't it?
Okay, well this is interesting. So what is a good pizza?
Like for me, I don't.
Is it because you run so much that you now can eat whatever you want?
Maybe I've always been into pizza, to be honest.
Okay.
But I've also been all shapes and sizes. But I think that good fresh pizza is not necessarily terrible food for you. By the way, if you're exercising, you get your carbs in the dough and the cheese and stuff. It's not the best meal either. But if you're not using wildly ultra processed stuff that's just full of crap, like good fresh Italian ingredients are lovely, aren't they?
That's the difference. What would be your perfect pizza? So for me, I'd have some goat's cheese, bit of Parma ham, some mushrooms, caramelized onion if I was doing it, and a bit of rocket. That's what I'd go for.
Yeah, you want but I love a firm base. I love a kind of crunch to my pizza, like it thin, and then just it has to be quite cheesy. Lots of places don't use enough cheese, in my opinion. Like there's another very famous pizza chain now called Alley Cats that's like absolute hype train. Like I sometimes think I'll go for an Alley Cats and there's like 40 people queuing on a cold night outside Alley Cats. I'm like, why are you queuing for firstly queues? I hate queues generally, right? There's always something else that you can be doing unless you're at an airport and you have to go through passport security. Queuing is a pet hate of mine.
I think the funniest queue, and I would say possibly in history, I think it will take some beating, is the men that queued up to bang Bonnie Blue.
I can't.
I think as far as queues go,
I can't wait to chat about this.
Balaclavas, socks, pants.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
It's which queue would you rather be in?
The pizza queue.
The Bonnie Blue queue?
Uh-huh.
Or the Queen lying in state queue?
Yeah, you meet a very different queen at the end. And who was in the worst state? I think I'd probably visit the Queen.
Not that.
Can you imagine if you turned up to see the Queen in the state that some of the men arrived at when they're on their way to meet Bonnie Blue? You're like, you took the wrong left, Dave.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I've paid too much attention to the old Bonnie Blue expedition, should we call it? But it's not.
That is a feat of endurance.
It's not. It's not physically possible, I don't think. So she said.
I think that's what it was, wasn't it?
She said 1,000 people in 12 hours.
Yeah.
That's 1.4 men a minute.
Yeah.
For 12 full hours.
Yes.
I'm calling bullshit. Not that I want it to be true in any way, but I just don't think it's physically possible.
Yeah.
She's now come out saying that
outside the box.
She's now come out saying that it was like 40 minutes. Well, very good. It was 40 seconds like per person. It's just like it's all a bit like it was it.
Yeah.
Imagine timekeeping that.
But that's what
and keeping the queue all in order, and so it's fucking impossible.
But
People
that's
going
what
to
I
the
love.
bathroom and like
That's what I love about the world, that people bring mathematics into it. Like that, you're right, but it is that thing of like, well, it just can't be physically possible. You've got a calculator out.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, exactly. There's something so wonderful about that.
Because you see,
as a producer, it thrills me.
Yeah.
The idea of trying to keep track on all that.
Yeah.
Love it.
thrills me.
But it's just the sort of the corralling of people, and it's someone's job. It's for me. Like the stats aside, there's so many layers of sadness. Like I just say, come on through here. Come on. Can you just sign it?
I find it really, like, as a father in particular, I just find it quite like not that it has anything to do with, my daughter or my family, but it's just so like I hate the idea of it. I find it disgusting. The mum's involved, isn't she? The mum's actually involved. She's there and she's helping. It's
she?
Yeah, but it's just like there must be so many other things that you can do for attention.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I would know. I was on Made in Chelsea.
Yeah, but it just feels like this is what's so fascinating about the era that we find ourselves in, that somehow Trump and Bonnie Blue and Putin and smartphones are all interconnected in some way. And this will be studied in history. Do you know what I mean? That it's such a fascinating sort of side look at the world. Do you know what I mean? That Bonnie Blue and Trump exist somehow in the same space.
Yeah.
Weird, man. Anyways, we were talking about
egg on a pizza.
Yeah.
I love egg on a pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, I love egg on a pizza. I like pineapple on a pizza. All these things are. I think it's nice to vary your pizzas as well. You can't be having the same pizza all the time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just like I think you can have your go-to pizza if you're that way inclined. Yeah.
I saw something fantastic the other day. I was in where I live, and outside the Pizza Express, it said kids eat for free, and there were 4 kids. There were probably, I reckon, 10 to 12, and I overheard one of them go, "Should we just try? Should we just try?" And what they were trying to do was go in and just walk. Well, look, you said kids eat for free, so can we have a free meal? And I said to my wife, I was like, I would gladly go in and pretend to be their dad, just so they get that meal. But
did they get it? Do you know?
I don't know, but it was like I loved the energy. I remember that. Can you imagine seeing that if you were like 10 or 12, going, we have to do that.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun. Actually,
oh my god.